Well, first, let me emphasize that there is no such thing as a California bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is filed under the United States Bankruptcy Code, so it's a federal statute. And all bankruptcies throughout the entire United States are filed under that same statute, the United States Bankruptcy Code, which is Title 11 of the United States Code. So it is not dependent on whether you're in California or in some other state, because this federal statute is triggered. So what is the automatic stay? Well, the idea arose because you'd have a situation where a debtor is having some troubles and one creditor gets wind of this and rushes to the courthouse to get a judgment, records a lien. First in time is first in right. And now that creditor gets to grab everything and the other creditors are left out in the cold. And also, the debtor is pretty much gutted. So the Bankruptcy Code has something called the automatic stay, and it is triggered upon filing of a bankruptcy petition under any chapter. What's a stay? In law, a stay says stop. Whatever stayed has to stop immediately. And in this case, what's stayed or stopped is all action by creditors against the debtor as a person, against the debtor's possessions, and against the bankruptcy estate that's created when the debtor files the bankruptcy petition. By the way, what is the bankruptcy estate? It consists of everything the debtor has on the day of filing the petition. And if the debtor's an individual, it also has tossed into it anything the debtor becomes entitled to by inheritance, bequest, devise, life insurance, or a marital property settlement agreement during the subsequent 180 days. That all goes into the bankruptcy estate. If the debtor is an individual debtor, the debtor gets to take stuff out of that bankruptcy estate using the process of exempting assets. Some stuff the debtor might not be able to take out, but the other stuff the debtor takes out. The automatic stay protects everything in the bankruptcy estate. It protects all of the debtor's possessions that were taken out of the bankruptcy estate and the debtor personally. In practical terms, what does that mean? It means that the creditor can't call the debtor on the phone, send him bills, write you letters, sue you, garnish wages, seize money out of bank accounts, foreclose on assets, seize assets. In essence, what it does is it erects a legal brick wall around, if you're the debtor, you, to protect you from the depredations of the creditors. And if they violate the stay after they've received clear notice of the bankruptcy filing, if you're an individual, you can sue them in the bankruptcy code, under the bankruptcy code in the bankruptcy court and get damages, including costs and attorney's fees. If you're not an individual, well, you can still sue them under a theory of contempt of the order imposing the stay. So it's very powerful protection, and it is triggered just by filing a bankruptcy petition independent of chapter. There are some limitations, however, and I suspect that some of our subsequent questions are going to deal with those limitations.